the new Qatari plane, say that it does not have the capabilities of the normal Air Force One plane. They rushed the retrofit of this plane.
You reported that the reason Trump flew home on his old plane because of security concerns around this new plane, especially in the middle of a war. Dare I say, no duh. This thing has been so rushed.
There have been many concerns raised by our sources.
The Qatari jet has a wonderful paint job, but apparently it's not as secure as the old plane.
The lack of three things that caused him to fly home on the older Air Force One. It is very clear that the Qatari jet definitely lacks that capability.
It seems apparent that it is not up to the security standards.
Remember that? The liberal media flooding the airwaves with anonymous sources, falsely blaming President Trump's new Air Force One, saying it wasn't ready for an overseas trip and lacked the security features necessary for a threat, saying the old Air Force One was a better plane, even though it's 30 years older. But now we know the president didn't take either plane, that it was actually a shell game organized by America's amazing security officials. Let's welcome former U.S. Army Captain Doug Traux. All right, I think Doug, thank you so much for joining us. I got to believe
me,
that
Jason.
none of the people that we heard from have any clue or idea about the capabilities and and countermeasures that those airplanes have. Would that be fair?
Oh, absolutely. And I think this is a great example, again, of the media having Trump derangement syndrome. They kind of act like, well, why didn't he tell us what's going on here, which defeats the entire purpose of the operation. And ironically, you think about this, it happened a couple of years ago. If it was Barack Obama, the media would have been fawning over, oh, this administration is so smart and this daring move and it's so bold. And, they would have been filming it all differently and talking about it all differently. And instead, we got the situation where they just can't help themselves. Here's a president who's been, shot at every other thing. And it's a dangerous game we're playing with the Iranians, obviously. And so he's got to do what he's got to do. And so you think back to the Obama years, it would have been crazy how these guys would have acted. And then even through the Biden years, I don't think anybody would have, the Iranians wouldn't have gone after Biden because, he wasn't in charge anyway. And so now we're with Trump and they just can't help themselves but to go crazy over this thing. I think it's just a great example of how out of touch they are. It's just a bizarre situation.
Yeah, President Biden could barely negotiate his way across a stage, and they wouldn't cover that story. They kept telling us how vibrant and vigorous he was. That's what everybody was telling us from the White House podium. Mainstream media didn't ever challenge that. But the liberal media today, they're still upset, though, saying they should have been told about the ruse. Have a look, listen to this.
The White House didn't disclose this until now. It essentially left the press and staff on that plane as sort of unwitting decoys for Iran. If you fly in that plane often, you recognize that the security priority is the president and not necessarily anyone else.
Another way of saying decoy is target, which is all the people left on that plane.
The fact that they separated Trump from the press pool is also pretty unprecedented.
White House aides and the press on a plane that was the target of an active
decoy.
There's an element of transparency here that needs to happen for the sake of the process.
Come on. This is much ado about nothing, it strikes me. It is standard. Would it be standard operating procedure to tell the media, hey, this is our secret operation and this is what we're going to do? I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think that they would keep that secret. And they keep talking about a decoy. It was a military measure. It's not like the plane went off that they were in and it was completely unprotected. It still had protection. It still had the same countermeasures, all those things. They're still protecting that plane. There was just another plane that was where they're protecting more, and it was the president's, which is appropriate.
Doug Traux, thank you for your service, and thanks for joining tonight on the Evening Edit. Do appreciate it. All right, still ahead.
Thanks, Jason.